Last year, my
Welcome to
wife
Love
told me
Fight.
she wanted to go back home for Christmas to spend time with her mom and asked me if I was okay with her going alone. I said yes without hesitation. I helped her buy the tickets and even took her to the airport. Fast forward to recently when she lost her phone at the mall. She asked me to help her go find it. So I went to the mall to help her look for her phone. Incredibly, I was able to find it. I wasn't sure why, but out of curiosity, I decided to unlock her phone to check and make sure everything was okay. Then I saw this strange message from a guy that said something along the lines of "When will you be back?" Rose, I got curious and went through her messages. That's when I saw all these messages between her and a guy, let's just call him L, even before her flight took off. She told the guy she was landing the night. They kept texting about where to meet for dinner on Christmas. I was starting to get furious. And as I went through the messages, I could see that she tried to hook up with the guy again on Boxing Day and again the next day. Her messages to L were not lewd, but she was weirdly dropping hints all over. Makey sure you dress nice for the dinner, rock, and I have made the reservation. You will come, right? And before her fly home, she said, "MYY flight is taking off, no, see you next time." On New Year's Eve, she sent him a weird message, "Gee, Happy New Year, make more money, why and treat me to nice dinners this year." The guy's message was a bit more reserved initially but got more intimate later, with words like beautiful and lovely and flower emojis popping up everywhere. I then went through her messages with her close girlfriends. That's when I found that she actually vividly described how her ex picked her up at the airport with a cup of hot chocolate ready for her, which sent her heart racing, and how the guy has never forgotten her and how she planned to stay in his heart forever until he chases her out. I was kind of pissed. After reading the message, I wasn't really sure what to do with it. I couldn't sleep at night, so I decided to wake up my wife and confront her about it. I didn't tell her I knew about the messages, I just knew she had been telling her friends. She initially tried to deny it was anything other than a dinner between old friends. But I confronted her about the tone of her messages and she admitted it. Initially, it was just a dinner, but as I pressed her, she admitted that there was a hug and nothing else. I was a bit devastated and felt she cheated on me emotionally. She said she would end it with H. The next few days, I was still struggling with this, but she had been really unrelentingly gentle and caring to me. I felt that we had recovered that connection we had 9 years ago when we first got married. Then one day, it suddenly hit me. She said she would end it with H, but the messages I saw were with L. So I confronted her again, and she admitted that she saw another ex of hers. I was really shocked and got really angry. Why is she hiding all these from me? I kept pressuring her for the details, and she admitted strolling through the park and holding hands with H. I was livid at this point. What else is she lying about? Did they kiss? Did they have sex? What else did they do? She was adamant that they held hands only for a few minutes. She asked me for forgiveness and was in tears. I demanded to see her message with H, but of course he had already deleted them. We talked many times after that and even fell in love with more passion than we had for the last few years. This is not the first time I caught her. Over 10 years ago, when we first started dating, I caught her going out with another guy. I tried to call our relationship off, but she insisted on wanting to be with me. I made it clear to her that I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone who is seeing someone else. She said she would end her relationships with her other guys. I am not sure what to do now. I really love my wife. We have been married for 9 years and have a lovely 6-year-old. We were very close even though we lived 4 hours away from each other for the first 3 years of our marriage due to work. But when she became pregnant, I decided that we needed to really start our family properly. We moved to my hometown together after our daughter was born. But my wife hates it here. She started to get angry at me all the time. We used to talk about everything, but she started to only play with her phone all the time, even during dinner. When I was forced out of my company 3 years ago, she was disgusted with me. She felt I should have fought to stay, and her reason is that she moved here for me, and in order to keep our standard of living, we need my income. I started my own company. And my wife had been begrudgingly helping me once in a while, as in if I asked her for help on something related to my company, she would help, but she would also express her doubt that I could make the company work. I feel her initial anger at moving here and finding that she doesn't like it here, and then at me having to quit my job, which caused her to really disconnect from me. We don't even watch TV together. Our lives are uneventful. I wake up in the morning to get my daughter to school and then off I go to work. At night, I put my daughter to bed and she usually falls asleep next to her while my wife watches TV in the living room. I am usually the one who makes dinner since I have more flexible working hours. Dinner will be ready when she gets home. She eats her dinner while going through her phone. I sit on the other side with my daughter and help her with her dinner. She is disinterested in going anywhere with me, watching any TV with me, or even talking to me. Our sex life is almost non-existent, going from 4 to 5 times a week when we first moved here to probably once every 2 months now, and I almost have to beg for sex. Now that she is caught, we are making love passionately every night and even twice a night. I feel I am experiencing the passion we have for each other again. I am really chewed up inside. She seemed to feel no remorse about her behavior and felt bad only after I caught her. Does she even love me anymore? If she has hated me so much for the last few years, why is she trying so hard to save our relationship now that she is caught? How can she feel no remorse or guilt about hooking up with her ex-boyfriends? How many more guys was she hooking up with? Was it really just 2? Is it really okay to be doing what she was doing when she has a husband and daughter? I want to do the right thing for my daughter, but I don't know if I have it in my heart to move on as a couple from this. I feel I can never trust her again. I desperately want to see her deleted messages with H when I know it will probably kill me even more. I know I can hack her phone and recover her deleted messages. Should I do so? I also don't know if I have it in my heart to divorce her when she wants to make it work. What should I do?